Hey folks, Carla Sands here, putting in a plug for Gene Valentino's Grassroots Truthcast.
Hi, friends. Gene Valentino. We've got to get on this herpes virus and attack it at its source. If you're tired of these cold sore breakouts caused by the herpes virus, you've got to discover this product I'm on board with. It's called Herplex, the natural homeopathic remedy that works on your body's defenses. Visit buyherplex.com/Gene. Do it today and save 25% on your first order by using the discount code GENE25. Throw that code in there and you got yourself a discount. Let's conquer herpes and cold sores together.
We got our friend Gene Valentino, the Velvet Hammer, has joined us this morning via Zoom. You're looking pretty smart this morning there, Mr. Valentino.
Well, good morning, gentlemen. Put on my jacket just for you. I wore a little cologne too, but that didn't go anywhere.
Oh, yeah, that I can't smell that over the Zoom, but thank you for that. I know your wife appreciates it.
Shit, that's who it was
there's a
for.
lot to talk about. Sorry, there's a lot to talk about this week. The shutdown, Trump's world tour, the big governors' races in New Jersey and Virginia. Where do you want to start?
Well, I see that we'd be remiss if we didn't take a focus on Trump returning from Asia, Japan, uh, Kuala Lumpur, and all the Indo-Asian countries. We have seen a man pull off some record-breaking deals in a short period of time. And on my text this morning, not even able to get it to print, one of my producers had given me a key point. uh, Trump says because of the fact that the Democrats have gone stone cold crazy, the choice is clear. Initiate the nuclear option and get rid of the filibuster so we can make America great again. We're talking about the ability for Congress, especially in the Senate at this moment, to get rid of the 60% vote rule and go with a simple majority of 50% plus one vote. And that is still the majority. The 60% rule and the filibuster was always in place. Not having it in place made it easier for things to get done. Well, with the likelihood that the Democrats have shot themselves in the foot for the next 20 years, seems to me the filibuster is not going to be as much the issue, and the simple majority should rule. Regardless of the status of this filibuster, America is suffering. Here we have dozens of successes worldwide under the exclusive actions of King Trump. And at the same time, we have a United States Congress in gridlock that can't even shine their shoes. This is disgusting. This is embarrassing. Democrats hate real leaders, Michael. They real leaders like Donald Trump, because real leaders don't answer to committees and bureaucrats. Real leaders lead. And that's what we've been witnessing the last 2 weeks in particular with Donald Trump's whirlwind tours around the world. And here he is relying on a Democrat judicious process called the Congress, and they simply cannot get their act together.
Just stepping back for a minute to the filibuster, the 60 vote majority that's required to get anything done in the Senate. I mean, is this a relic of the past?
I think so. It was an attempt to um, make sure you had a real majority ready to vote for things. But in the past, they didn't expect such hair splitting leadership of 50% plus one everywhere. I think that's about to change with the Gen Z generation. the what is it, 17 to 25 year olds, and I think this younger crop of voters is going to be looking at the antics and saying enough is enough. Let's get back to our constitutional republic and everything it stands for. Yeah, if we need a vote of 51%, so be it. That's still a majority under the rules of our constitutional republic. But the fact remains we don't need to be gridlocking Congress with the filibustering process. We need to get through a decision quicker. And everything that Donald Trump is doing is within the Constitution and the authority vested in him in the administration of government. It's a damn shame that Congress can't get their act together. It's one of the reasons, as you know, I ran for office for Congress this past January. I lost against a fellow Republican, but that's okay. He was Donald Trump's pick. Donald Trump didn't know me, but I hope he does in the future. But today we have a process where the Congress has got to clean up its own act, and it starts with a majority willing to put some constitutional amendments in place. We've talked about it before. I'm sorry. We need some constitutional amendments in place to repair bad behavior. Congress has gone too far with self-indulged antics to feed their pockets first at your expense and mine, and now it's in plain view.
One of the things that we see during this shutdown, Gene, is every single day you have Democrats out there, first of all, not telling the truth about why the government is shut down, but more importantly, raising money. That's what they're doing. They're raising
Yeah.
money. And you know why they have to raise money now the old fashioned way by asking people for it? Because Donald Trump has shut off the spigot of the USAID, where these guys get this money that goes out of the country, comes back to law firms, and law firms, put it in the pockets of Democrat politicians across the country. So they are in a big world of hurt right now. Okay, so the shutdown, we think the shutdown may end next week. And the reason why we think this, and this was going on yesterday, I heard Sean Hannity mention it this morning in the little morning show thing that he does. But it looks like what they're trying to do is get beyond this big election that they're expecting in New Jersey and in Virginia. So those elections are very close, both of them. And we're looking, or at least hoping for at least one Republican win out of this, maybe the guy in New Jersey. And you're more familiar with that part of the world than I am. What do you think about that race?
Jack Ciattarelli out of New Jersey is going back at it again in a very Democrat liberal state of New Jersey. In the last election, he lost by only 2 or 3 points. It was a nail biter at the end there. I think he gets it. He's also talking about doing what Trump was doing, using the authority vested in him, legislative that does not require the legislature to enact, to get some things reversed. He's got economic development issues. He's got homeland security issues with immigration and illegal immigrants flying all over the place. He's got the natural resources and services such as the power company and the cost of energy that's outrageous in Jersey. Jersey has been I came down from Connecticut 40 years ago, and I remember in the early days, the Democrat bloc, the Democrats were a bloc of power and influence. If you wanted to run for office and were a Democrat, you needed to promise drug companies before you even got into office a certain amount of support with the purchasing of their products if you expected them to fund your campaigns. Jack Ciattarelli has no part of that and is not. And as a Republican, he's looking really hard at the public at large. You know, he's done something that we always expect government to do, but hasn't. We're returning to it. He says to the citizens that I don't care if you're Democrat or Republican, here's what we need to do. The vote you're giving Jack Ciattarelli is based on his policy, his
Right.
platform. We have a two-party system that's supposed to create platforms. What's the Democrat platform? There
None.
is none. The Republicans are coming out on the issues, which is what the people want. Now, the degree to which a Republican wins, if everybody on TV seems to be supporting him, is indicative of a concern we must look into, and that's election interference. It hasn't gone away. And in the Northeast, it's rampant still.
Yeah.
But if the tidal wave is coming, and a lot of people see the wrongdoing,
Big. Too big to
then
rig.
too big to rig. It's
Right.
going nationwide, and we need laws in place. Again, a constitutional amendment to fix bad behavior. We have no rules to really nail these people who are going way out of the way to screw with your vote. And that's what needs to be fixed in the next 4 years.
You know, the other subject I wanted to talk about, and I'm glad we got time to get to it. We got about 3 minutes left. Uh, the Trump World Tour. We saw President Trump make a 15-hour flight over to the Asia, basically dealing with what I guess Thailand
Yeah.
and North Korea, South Korea. Tried to get hooked up with North Korea. Met the president of China there. So you know, what did you take from that? Because Democrats like Hakeem Jeffries are saying, you know, he got punked by the president of China. What say you?
Oh, to the contrary, Trump will reduce the tariffs against China to 47%, down 10 points from 57%. His mission this one trip was to curb the fentanyl crisis. No small coincidence. They're blowing up boats off the coast of Venezuela
Yeah.
the 2 weeks prior to this liaison in Asia, and China, thank goodness, will be resuming its purchases of American soybean products, just to jumpstart the economy. Now, look, it was detente with Richard Nixon going back to 1970s, where the benevolence of America was in plain view. We were coming out and offering the shirt off our back to every third world nation, whether you were in NATO or some alliance or not. We were helping everybody. Guess what happened? We all see it now. Thank God it's not too late. We see China trying to rip us off. They're stealing our intellectual property. They're buying land around military bases in the United States. They're trying to eat us from within, and it almost was successful. Trump needs 12 to 24 months to tool up American industry and jobs throughout the United States so that we are our own supply chain network. We stupidly got ourselves in the position of relying on China to be our suppliers. What do you expect? We
Yeah.
did it to ourselves, and now we've got to fix it.
To fix
He's sprinting to change it overnight, and it's about to happen. Once, mark my word, in the next 18 to 24 months, when our supply chain network is now within the United States with all this capital, trillions of dollars, billions of dollars you're hearing from all these foreign nations now wanting to build here in America and hire from within, we're going to see a regeneration of the supply chain network in the United States. We're going to see self sustaining economies, and we won't need China. He just was trying to play nice right now, Michael. Why?
Yeah.
Because we got a parallel issue going with Ukraine and
Russia.
Russia. We got
Yeah.
to get we got to get China to get on board with us as we make our strong attack against Russia's antics to allow for Ukraine's independence.
I appreciate you so much. We'll see you again next week.
Look forward to it. Take care. Hi, friends. Gene Valentino. We've got to get on this herpes virus and attack it at its source. If you're tired of these cold sore breakouts caused by the herpes virus, you've got to discover this product I'm on board with. It's called Herplex, the natural homeopathic remedy that works on your body's defenses. Visit buyherplex.com/Gene. Do it today and save 25% on your first order by using the discount code GENE25. Throw that code in there and you got yourself a discount. Let's conquer herpes and cold sores together.